Near enough. Danamore, there's been no support for it on track. Out to double figure odds. Shopping okay if you fancy it on the tote. Danaret number 5, as you can see now, into $8.90 on the tote. That's near enough to what they're betting on track. La Boucheron's been easy, and at $2.60 is certainly unders what they're betting here. Lynx, the outsider. Soldado, the only horse that has had support at the moment. $10 on the tote. You're shopping okay. It's not a lot between on and off track. Now it's 1, 2 and 3 on
a Group 1 day at Classic Caulfield. We're set for the first. Racing now. La Boucheron jumping okay, so too in the early stages of the race Danamore, and Winkler's being ridden up looking for a prominent role. In the early stages, Fearless Sophie has the lead, and Danaret settling down in second placing. Winkler goes up to third on the outside, and then Long Yard on the inside. The Greys racing together. Danamore is around him. Couple of lengths, La Boucheron, who's third from last, trailed by Lynx and about 4 to Soldado. Fearless Sophie's being headed off by Danaret, who wants the lead turning out of the straight, and these two are out in front now from Winkler, striding up into third placing, 1 away from the rail. In on the fence is Long Yard fourth, and a length and a half to Danamore. Then came La Boucheron links, and 3 lengths to Soldado. Genuine Tempo with Danaret finding the lead and heads out to the 1600 metres by 2. Fearless Sophie second, 2 lengths away in third is Winkler. Long Yard enjoying a nice trail. He's fourth the inside. Little over 2 lengths to Danamore, 1 La Boucheron, followed by Lynx and 2 to Soldado. Making the run up towards the 1400 metres, and Danaret in control. Fearless Sophie second, Winkler's 2 lengths away third. Long Yard fourth the inside, about 2 lengths further back Danamore, trailed by La Boucheron, 1.5 further back as Lynx, and 2 lengths to Soldado. They reach the 1200 on top of the hill at the back of the track, and Danaret the leader. Out by a length Fearless Sophie, a length and a half away Winkler outside Long Yard, 2 lengths to Danamore, La Boucheron on the rails, and they were followed by Lynx, and last still is Soldado. At the 1000 metres, and Danaret by a length. Fearless Sophie second, Winkler a length and a half away with cover from Fearless Sophie. Long Yard on the fence, 2 lengths to Danamore. La Boucheron on the rails, Lynx second last, and still last is Soldado at the 800 metres. And it's Danaret in control, leading 3/4 Fearless Sophie, 2 lengths to Winkler. Long Yard the inside to Danamore. La Boucheron on the rail, spots the leader 6, and then Lynx scrubbed up, being joined by Soldado. They pass the 600, Danaret by a neck, Fearless Sophie, a length and a half to Winkler. Long Yard waits on a run, and Childs comes off the rails now, and La Boucheron within 4 of the leader. He should be able to produce from there, and then Danamore, Soldado, Lynx drops out. They corner, Fearless Sophie takes the lead. Danaret's immediately gone. La Boucheron and Winkler are the challengers, and Long Yard getting a run. Or is he held up? He's still held up, and La Boucheron went whooshka, shot 3 in front. The favourite boots away now from Fearless Sophie. Winkler, Long Yard 1 batting. Danaret comes back, but La Boucheron's going to canter in, and the first favourite's going on the win by about 4 lengths. Winkler second, Danaret third, then Long Yard and Fearless Sophie. Next in was Lynx, Danamore, and Soldado last of all. Well, that race was over in the twinkling of an eye when he was let go. La Boucheron sprinting past his rivals and has won it in a canter. That's the first time he's been at a bit of a trip, and he has relished it, running right away from them over the closing stages. 2 minutes 30.21 time in the first. Numbers will be 6, 3 and 5. La Boucheron to pay $2.60, $1.30. Winkler $2.20, and Danaret also $2.20. Those numbers are through and confirmed at 6, 3 and 5. To victory by Greg Childs. 6, 3 and 5 official placings in the first, and the dividends are coming through.
With the favourite in the big feature $1 million race a little later on at Caulfield today. Now, the best back runner I can tell you is without a doubt Terracotta Bay, although you're getting a little bit unders here with Terracotta Bay. It's been a confusing market. Late support again for number 2 Crown Princess. Mushtabashir has drifted out from its opening quote, but has come in again. Terracotta Bay is pretty steady, and outside of those you've got Barbiton also out, but that's overs on the tote. You're getting good overs, Barbiton, and Lana Kita is slightly better in the ring, so you're getting unders Lana Kita. But Terracotta Bay will run the favourite here in race 1.
Starter on the stand. Waiting on La Nikita. She steadies. They're off this time. Bushland jumped nicely from the inside. La Nikita hopped out very well, and Crown Princess likewise, and Terracotta Bay trying to find a posse. Danish Magic is improving and settling. La Nikita, Crown Princess and Danish Magic, with now Crown Princess headed by Danish Magic. La Nikita drops in behind them. Terracotta Bay on the outside of Bushland, 2.5 Barberton, then Muster Bashir, and Oxano is the tail ender as they come along the side of the 800 marker, and the well-tried Crown Princess leads clearly now from Danish Magic. Third is La Nikita, followed by Terracotta Bay, a length and a half to Bushland. After one to Barberton, Oxano second last, and Muster Bashir drops to the rear. Working their way inside the 600 marker, not a lot of change in the order, and Jim Cassidy dictating to a nicety on Crown Princess. Around the corner comes Casso and Crown Princess, a length and a half. Second, Danish Magic. La Nikita the inside, followed by Terracotta Bay, scrubbed hard. Bushland trying to weave into the open, and then Barberton, followed by Muster Bashir and Oxano. Crown Princess comes down past the 220, taken on by La Nikita. Terracotta Bay grinding away, as is Barberton, then Muster Bashir. Nikita got to the front. Barberton on the outside, a big threat. La Nikita hanging on. Barberton won't reach it, and La Nikita has beaten Barberton and Crown Princess. And then Terracotta Bay, Muster Bashir, followed by Bushland, and second last Oxano, and Danish Magic was last. Number 8, La Nikita. From 7, Barberton, and Crown Princess will end up third. La Nikita, Gwendon Markle. What an incredible run of success this lady is having. The last, 4 or 5 months, and seemingly every horse in her stable is flying. La Nikita, Rodney Quinn by Desert Sun from Zedev, and has taken out the first of the day and paid officially 7, 10 and 2.20. Number 7, the second, Barberton, a filly by Flying Spur from Gwalia, prepared by David Payne, ridden by Huey Bowman, and paid $4. Number 2 has run the third, Crown Princess. Once she got to the lead, he was able to rate it pretty well, Jimmy, but over the last 100, she got pretty tired. She's by Beautiful Crown from Arna Lamalio, and Mark Connors, the trainer. And the official 4th was number 4, and that was Terracotta Bay, who'll probably improve with a run under his belt, but he did look to have every chance. A little wide early, but then he got into a 1-1. The time will be of interest. It is 1:16:02. 1:16:02. The class record's 1:15:28. The sectional run was 34:34. And just recapping on those totes, 7, 10, 2.20, $4 and 1.70. The Quinella, $6.00, $60.40. Exacta paid $126.60. The Trifecta, $416.50. The first 4, $1,855.10. The margins, a neck by 1 length. La Nikita this afternoon having her 7th start, her 3rd win. She'd scored at Warwick Farm at a Wednesday program on the 11th, and she'd scored also at Rosehill on the 29th of November.
Horse in Adelaide today, are we?
Oh, Andrew, I just hope it runs a nice race. It, as Tony suggested, it'll probably improve on the run.
What's the name of it?
Our Perfect World.
Our Perfect World. Well, all right, we'll watch for that one when we get to it.
A very elite group of owners.
All right. It's got to be someone a bit classier than you then, is it? The second coming up in a couple of minutes. On track, a run through. Modern Era's got out to double figure odds, near enough the tote. Keep the Faith, unders the tote, but you've got the mail on that. Our Bahari, it's been spec'd at big odds, $60 odd. The tote is certainly big overs. Our Court value the tote on that at 49. Escape value for Billy Mitchell's horse here, at, even despite tightening up on the tote. Our Smoking Joe value as Clockwork value. Shadow Creek is value. Blood Money, massive overs compared to what they're betting on track. And Dangerous, it's tightening up in now to 760. You're still shopping okay on the tote for number 10.
Racing now. Keep the Faith jumped away okay, and is heading forward with Our Smoking Joe, Escape and Dangerous retaining the rails early, followed by As Clockwork, and then Modern Era, followed by Shadow Creek, Our Bahari, Blood Money, and Our Court went to last as they settled into stride. And Keep the Faith is working here to find the lead ahead of As Clockwork, and on the outside is going forward there Shadow Creek, now easing back to third, couldn't get over, and they're trailed then by Our Smoking Joe, who settles 4th on the rail. About 2 or 3 lengths further back is Modern Era, and and then Dane Trist, 1 to Escape, a length and a half to Blood Money Our Bahari, and 2 to Our Court as they head along to the railway side. And it's Keep the Faith the leader. As Clockwork 3/4 away, 2 Our Smoking Joe. Shadow Creek now easing back a length away fourth, and 2 1/2 further back in the field is Modern Era. Dane Trist on the inside, about 7 or 8 lengths from the leader, and she's followed then by Escape, Blood Money, Our Bahari and Our Court. At the 600, Keep the Faith 3/4, maybe a little less than that as Clockwork creeps a touch close to the outside. Then Our Smoking Joe, Shadow Creek, a length and a half further back is Modern Era. Dane Trist the inside, and then Escape, Blood Money, Our Court coming wide, and Our Bahari. Keep the Faith came round the home turn, about a neck in front, and Paddy sitting pretty quietly as Clockwork's under pressure second. The leader travel well. Back behind them then is Modern Era making ground on the outside, and the rest headed by Dane Trist, but it's all Keep the Faith, about 3 or 4 in front. In second placing, Modern Era the outside from Our Smoking Joe, but Keep the Faith, he is back and with a vengeance. Keep the Faith, eased down by 3 to Our Smoking Joe and Modern Era third. Dane Trist about 3 lengths away fourth, and then Escape, Blood Money, Our Bahari, followed by Shadow Creek, As Clockwork, and Our Court last in. Comprehensive win. Number 2, Keep the Faith, $1.40 and $1, and won it very, very easily indeed. Our Smoking Joe second, ridden by Reese McLeod, and at number 1, third, Modern Era, ridden by Greg Childs. Numbers official at 2, 6 and 1. Now he's run 135.38, and that's a terrific gallop. He's won that race ease down. The record held by Northerly is 135.1. So he's 0.28 outside of Northerly's 1,600 metres record, and he's won eased right down the last little bit. That underpins the quality of that victory. 2, 6 and 1. Fourth home, number 10, Dane Trist, and fifth in was number 5, Escape. 2, 6, 1, 10 and 5 on the Schwepp Essence Cup. Well, that was a sparkling win. He has done it on his ear in the straight. Patrick hardly did a thing on him, and he cruised away past the 200-metre mark, all under his own steam. Really a natural racehorse, and the 2 victories in Adelaide have really switched him on mentally. He just didn't quite have it together here in the spring, but he's a different racehorse now. He's led in each of his starts this time round, and well, nothing was able to get near him. That was the most easy, comprehensive win you'd wish to see. 11.94 between the 6 and the 4, 11.65 between the 4 and the 200, and he's cruised the last 200 metres in 12.25. So if he had have been tickled up a bit, he would have really pushed Northerly's time without any doubt. $1.40 and $1 for Keep the Faith, $4.10 Our Smoking Joe, $2.10 Modern Era, $16.30 Quinella, $23.40 Exacta, $138.90 the trifecta, $4.30 for the running double on 6 and 2. Okay, that's the story.
At the start, you've got Atrium still favourite, but as I look at the odds outside, he's certainly unders on the toed, Atrium's. He's still favourite, but only just in front of Brave Player and Inspire. But Ron Duffus
today, 12 wins, 9 seconds, 5 thirds for almost 460,000 in prize money. He walks into the gates and all is in readiness. 1900 journey of the second of the afternoon at Rosehill. Races success the inside. Line good, they're off now, and Inspire actually got the best of the start. Commencing pretty well was Josiah. Third is Royal Circle, followed closely by Atriums, then Races Success. A length further back comes Brave Player, Yaya Effendi, and here's Ronnie racing wide. And last but not all that far from the lead, it is a bunch field at the end of 300 metres going to the first corner, and Inspire narrowly clear on the outside, going up smartly as Atriums, and Atriums in search of the front and gets there to the back by 3/4 Inspire. Third is Josiah, then here's Ronnie trapped on a limb from Royal Circle, about 2 lengths to Races Success. Yaya Effendi on its outside and a length and a half Brave Player. Atriums for Rodney Quinn, the leader clearly down the back of the track, but now here's Ronnie's having a shot at him. So there's been plenty of action in the early stages here, and by the 1100 it's Atriums about a half to 3/4 of a length on here's Ronnie. 2.5 lengths away. Third is Josiah, parked on the inside of Inspire, who's been well tried. Royal Circle on the back of Inspire. Royal Circle Circle's inside taken by Race's Success, just over 1 Yaya Effendi and 3/4 to Brave Player. Onto the side they go to the 800, and Atrium's leads out 3/4 of a length on the veteran. Here's Ronnie, 2.5 Josiah and a half length Inspire the outside. 2 lengths further away is Race's Success, locked up on the inside of Royal Circle. Next to last, another 2 away is Brave Player, and Yaya Effendi is outside as they race towards the corner, and they're in pairs, and it's Atrium's leading out by 3/4 of a length. Here's Ronnie as they set sail for the judge. A length third Inspire called upon. Josiah the inside, and on the extreme outside is Royal Circle. Rod Quinn goes to the whip on Atrium's, and quickly Inspire pegged it back to beat it off. Royal Circle on the outside, and then Yaya Effendi getting a split, and now Race's Success. Once he got it into the clear, it really rocketed, and producing wins. Race's Success goes to Yaya Effendi, beat it off, and Race's Success, although boring in a little in the last 75, wins it. Race's Success beat Yaya Effendi, Brave Player, and then came on the inside Josiah. Royal Circle not far away in the go for 4th, and a margin of about 6 or 7 Atriums. Inspire and Ears Ronnie with the last 2. Well, there we go. Race's Success is going very, very well at the moment, and when Danny Beasley was able to get him out into the open stretches, he really went to the line with a great deal of gusto and has scored by a narrow margin. He wanted to veer in a little over the concluding stages. For a moment I thought a long shot Jamie was going to do it on Yaya Effendi, but Race's Success just a little too good. Numbers will be up. Here they come now. 7 the winner, Race's Success, ridden by Danny Beasley. Number 8 is second, and that is Yaya Effendi, handled by Jay Innes. Number 3 has run third, and that is Brave Player, ridden by Corey Brown. And number 2 was the official 4th, Royal Circle, handled by Larry Cassidy. Race's Success, he's put 2 on the trot now. He won at Warwick Farm. Apparently it was a great Beedman ride whilst I was away.
And Race's Success, as you can see, just got in a little bit down the last 50-odd metres, but did it pretty easily there for Dan Beasley. 7, 8 and 3, the second race interim at Rosehill. Brisbane, extremely warm day up there today, and all the horses certainly going to be checked as they go to the, or come into the mounting yard prior to each race. $2.10, the elect for the 2, and let's look at that second page with the number of scratchings here. In this first race, $6.10, $7.30 for the 12, and the first race coming up in 6 minutes. Now it's weight right on the first race at Cheltenham. Correct weight Adelaide, race 1, 7, 3 and 4. The late scratching was number 6, Blushing Nemo. Now let's look towards the next race at Caulfield, the 3rd in 13. There are the ratings. A rating special Harmony number 1 ahead of 2, 3 and 4. Here come the latest tote figures for the Angus Armanasco, a race that Lee Friedman has enjoyed great deal of success in. First of those being Tasuti back in 1991. Special Harmony is pretty tight, and all the others at big double figure odds. On track, Country Lodge, gee, you are shopping okay on the tote at the moment, $25 odd. Larry Olsen.